everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host, Jennifer, and today is Monday in your world. It's not Monday in my world. I have told you guys several times that I am pre-recording videos to try to get ahead of the game, so to speak, for the Christmas holiday, so that you guys still have, and I know some of you are going to say, don't worry about the holiday. I'm worried about the holiday. I'm going to tell you why. Some of my friends on here, some of you, are alone on the holiday, and I am not going to leave anybody in the lurch. I'm not going to let anybody feel alone on Christmas. I'm going to be here as much as I can. With that being said, hello, welcome to Monday. Today is actually, little secret, today is Tuesday, December 12th, but you're seeing this, let me see. You are seeing this on the 18th. So, good thing I got my planner out, or I'd not know what anything is today. Okay, so, makes. Generally on Monday makes, we show what we've made for the past 7 days. That's kind of what we're doing, but because it hasn't been a full 7 days since I recorded last Monday's video. It's only been a couple days. It doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. It doesn't matter. Like, we can be in a delusion that today's Monday for me too. I wanted to show you guys what I made. We're going to show you what I'm working on. On Mondays, I show you what I've been making for the past 7 days, give or take. And I talk about past, like, life experiences, what happened over the past weekend. And I think I've already shared everything that's happened over the past weekend, so we're just mainly going to talk. I'm going to definitely show you what's on my head. Okay, so last week in your world, this week in my world, is Spirit Week still going on for Little Man. So Spirit Week was almost the whole month. It started on, what day did it start? Let me look at my little calendar thing. It started on the 4th and it ran through to my mom's birthday, which is the 19th, which is tomorrow in your world. So far he has done Candy Cane Day, where he has wore red and white, Flannel Day and Holiday Socks Day. He wore a blue flannel with holiday socks. I showed all this last week. Pine Tree Day, he wore anything with lights. 7 Gingerbread Day, we made a gingerbread hat, which you guys should have seen the tutorial for that by now. Holiday Headwear Day, elf hat. I think he wore an elf hat or a Santa hat. I think he wore the Santa hat I made. The bean stitch. No, he wore this one. He wore this one for Holiday Headwear Day. And today, in my world, which was last week, he is Elf Day, so he's wearing the green and white version of that I showed you guys in the tutorial for that hat. Ugly Sweater Day, I'm going to show you that. Grinch Day, which is tomorrow in my world, last week in your world. Winter Vacation Day, we're not participating unless I find him a Disney shirt that he can wear that's a Disney vacation shirt. They suggest wearing Hawaiian shirts, but I can't find one anywhere. And I'm not really going to stress because I don't care that much. And he doesn't care that much. He's having fun, which is insane to me because he has, in the past, he's in the 3rd grade, 4th grade. He's in the 4th grade now. 3rd grade, 3rd grade. He's in the 3rd grade. What grade is your brother in? Thank you, 4th. Wow. I should know this. I should know this. Anyway. He's in the 4th grade. I know this. I don't know why my brain was stalling. Like, is it 3rd, 4th? Anyway. Kindergarten. He was not in the mind space to participate in anything like this. He was still learning we were still learning medication things. We were still learning a lot about ADHD. He had got diagnosed in kindergarten. We were learning, and a lot of the school things like Spirit Week, we were not at all worried about because we were just trying to make it day to day. 1st grade was mostly online schooling because of COVID. 2nd grade, he just did not, he was trying to make friends, he was trying to find himself, he was trying to learn all the things about being a kid in school. which for normal kids, that's not, like, it's not as big of a deal. But when you have someone who is not atypical, it's a different type of journey. And I've learned a lot with him. And I've learned not to push him when he doesn't want to do stuff, because it causes meltdowns, and because he had a hard time making friends at first, and because he was different, he didn't want to do anything that would make him feel embarrassed or feel even more different than he already felt. And this year he is really feeling himself. Like, he is really just, he's happy. He has friends at school. He has a little friend who's in a wheelchair, and the little boy's legs don't work at all. And to me, that is like huge, because I was telling him last night, I told him, I said, when I was in school, like, the kids that were different were put in different classes. Little man would have been in a different class because he was different. They didn't know what to do with kids with ADHD, because they were just labeled as bad, or they were labeled as problematic, and they were labeled as special education. And I was threatened with special education growing up, not because I wasn't smart, I was brilliant, but because I didn't know how to do the schoolwork, because I couldn't focus. And nobody recognized that in me. And it's just crazy, because I was scoring off the charts with testing and stuff growing up. But because they didn't know nothing about nothing back then. And it's just so cool to see him just being comfortable in his own skin. And he's getting more and more comfortable as time goes on. And that he wanted to participate in Spirit Week is a huge, huge milestone for us. So I'm having a lot of fun. And I've had a couple people say on here, like, I would never be able to make all those things. Because so far I've made the elf hat. I've made 2 Grinch hats, which I will show you. I've made a Christmas sweater, which I will get ready to show you. I have made... What else did I make? I've put together outfits for him. And I'm having a blast. I'm having so much fun with it. Because I like small projects, first of all. And these hats take me, like, no time at all. I can make a hat in under an hour. Knit hat takes me a couple hours. I knit slow. Well, I don't even knit slow. It's just knitting takes longer. I'm not as proficient and quickly with knitting than I am with crochet. Which is fine, because when I knit a hat, I want to sit down and enjoy the yarn and knit the hat. And I'm really looking forward to cracking into this. It's like Fair Isle. Oh, I can't wait to crack into that. I want to knit a hat, and then I might crochet a hat too. I think there's enough there for both. We will see. I'm having fun because all the projects are quick and easy, with the exception of the sweater. But the sweater didn't take that much time. It didn't take that much time at all. It took like 4 days to complete the body of the sweater, and it was 4 days for like brief sections of the day, because it's been insane around here. Just busy, busy, busy. Run, 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 do, do, do. Actually, last night I was talking to Mr. Cinnamon because he is repairing our wooden fence. And for the past 3 days, there has been panels missing between our yard and the lady next door's yard, who doesn't like our dogs, and I don't like her dogs or her kid. Well, it's her grandkid. I don't like... I've mentioned the problems we've had with these neighbors, okay? So the dogs have to be on leashes. Our dogs and her dogs have to be on leashes when they go outside. It snowed. It was a whole thing. So Mr. Cinnamon also works a lot of hours. He's also out of town a lot. And so he is trying to do as much as he can while he's here. And it's just, last night I told him, I said, it seems like there's never enough time for anything. Nothing is getting all the way finished, because we are spread really thin, you know? And him way more than me, because I manage my time really well. And if I can't find the time to do something, I just get rid of it. It's off my list. And he's got he puts things on his list that to me are not important at all right now. Like the fence was not important right now. That could have waited. He needed to do it right now. because one of the boards fell and Bentley got into their yard. But so now he took the whole 2 panels down, and like there's not enough hours in the day. There's not enough hours in the week. There's not enough hours in this month. It's chaos. So we're getting by though. We're getting by. It's not so stressful that it's causing us like to freak out. It's not, I mean, it has caused me a little bit of anxiety, but like this time of year is always hard on me. It's hard on a lot of people. But I'm doing relatively well. I'm doing relatively well. I'm proud of myself. He's got a lot of things on his list that just, can we focus on the more important stuff? Like, let's finish Christmas shopping. Let's actually wrap the presents before Christmas Eve. Let's, you know, grocery shopping, because I'm still having trouble driving. I had to drive a good distance home from up north the other day, and the following day my entire ankle was turning purple and it was really swollen and it was really painful, and I had trouble sleeping last night because of it. And so I'm like, okay, I really should not be driving until this is healed better, but I also need to go to the grocery store. I can't wait for him to go to the grocery store another day, because there's not enough hours for me to wait for him. He doesn't have the time to take me to the grocery store. Luckily my daughter drives, so I mean, it's a lot of that kind of stuff going on right now. So when I have time to sit down and crochet or knit, I'm taking it. So, let's talk about the Grinch hats, and then we'll move on to the ugly Christmas sweater, because I'm really, really happy and proud of it. And a lot of you in the Facebook group have seen it already, and some of the members have seen it already, and that's like a whole nother story time. Okay, so I made 2 Grinch hats, because I wasn't sure which I would like better, because when I did this one first, this is the glow-in-the-dark furry yarn from Line Brand, and I don't like this yarn a whole lot. It's like a flat ribbon of fur on either side. It works up kind of funky. This is what it looks like in crochet. I don't like the feel of it a whole lot. It does glow in the dark. This whole strip glows in the dark. It's neat, but it's also much thicker, because this is like a bulky or a super bulky, and this is a worsted. So when I knit it, this part is obviously way bigger than this part, because it's a fatter yarn, and no matter how small the needles I went to, it was just going to be bigger. But it looks really cute on my head. It looks cute on little man's head. He's going to wear it for Grinch Day. But I had some of the glow-in-the-dark green left over, so I made a crochet version as well. This one does not fit my head as well. It's just a little too short this way. I will show you though. So this is just a basic knit hat. This is the crochet version. Now if I took my ponytail out, it'd see my ears. I like my hats to cover my ears. There's my seam. I'm going to put that in the back. You weren't supposed to see that. I just don't like the crocheted version as much as the knit. It looks cute on, but like I said, I got like my earlobes are hanging out, and I'm sure it's going to stretch, because this is super stretchy. But that's what we have. I just prefer knit hats better anyway, in general. Let's see how this is wider. But it's okay, because when I put my head in there, it stretches out. So, I made knit and crochet Grinch hats for his Grinch Day. This one actually covers my earlobes. For some reason, my earlobes are really cold today. The knit hat took me 2 or 3 hours. The crochet hat, I don't know, because I just did it in bits. So I started off and I made this much, and then I put it down for several days, because little man goes, oh, ugly Christmas sweater is Monday. And I was like, I thought it was next Friday. And he's all, no, it's Monday. And so I had to rush and finish the ugly Christmas sweater, so I had to put this down, and then the rest of the hat took me like maybe an hour, if that. Because and his ugly Christmas sweater is covered in dog hair, because he took it off and threw it on the floor. He also, when I finished the sweater and I had him try it on, I added length. In case you didn't see the video where I showed a preview of it, it was a little bit short on him, so I added length to the bottom, and I just did that by adding a couple rows of double crochet. So it was plenty long enough, but still when he lifted his arms, his little tummy showed. But This sweater is not a pattern. I don't know if I will ever make a tutorial for this. I've been asked to make a tutorial. This is basically, if you watch this video for the puzzle cotton autumn sunrise sweater, it's basically the same pattern, which I tell you how to adjust it for different size kids, people. It's basically this sweater, except instead of doing the granny stitch, it's just double crochets. So it's exactly the same type of idea. It's really, really simple, and you can adjust it to any size. So the body of the sweater took me a couple of days. The appliques took me one evening to make, because appliques work up in like 15 minutes, like no doubt. I put a big giant long candy cane on this sleeve, which looks so stinking cute on him. I put a Christmas stocking on this sleeve. None of these appliques are from a pattern. They are just me playing with yarn. Although the gingerbread was kind of based off a tutorial because I couldn't remember how to make one. But I did my own thing. I like watched a tutorial and I did my own thing based off of what I remembered and what she did. I made another candy cane. And then we had a Christmas tree. Again, not a pattern. And then I put a big old wreath on his side. Because I made it, and this is not a pattern either. I made it, and I had it, and I was like, I want to put this on, but like, where am I going to put it? So I put it on the side, and it looks like it's a pocket. He could like tuck things in right there, because I left that part open. So it's a wreath pocket. He looked adorable in it. He looks so stinky. I'm so proud of this. And I had so much fun. And because I had so much fun making this, I was like, I want to make myself a sweater, right? So I put in an order for the new Premier Puzzle Shimmer yarn in the red color. I'm like, I'm going to make myself a sweater. It has not shipped yet. It's probably not going to ship before Christmas. I have 3 orders I'm waiting for from Premier, 2 of which have not filled in the past 3 weeks. What was that? Was that Oreo? Who was it? Can you make sure she's okay? Alright. Scarlett has been so freaking out. What's wrong with her paw? Was Bentley with her, or did she step on something? Oh. Bentley doesn't realize he's way bigger than her. She's been real skittish lately, just acting like everything is bothering her, like everything's making her scared because, and I know that it's because of all the changes that are going on, like the construction issues. She hates being on the leash to go to the bathroom. Hi, are you okay? Scarlett, are you okay? Oh, baby. Come here. Come here. No, not Bentley. Come here, Scarlett. That's a good girl, Scarlett. That's a good girl. You okay? Come here. Up, up, up. Oh, she's a good girl. That's a good girl. You okay? Yeah, everybody's worried about you. That was scary. You okay? Up. Come on. Come on. Up, 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 up. Oh. Oh. You did it. You're a good girl. You're on camera. Look at you. You're such a pretty girl. Oh, she's on camera, Juju. She's giving Mama hugs. Oh, thank you. I love you too. You okay? You just want muffins? She looked at herself right in the camera, Juju. She's a big old baby with her big giant head. Here, look right here. Right here. Scarlett. Yes, you want Juju? You want Juju? Poor baby. Oh, her got hurt, Oreo. Thank you. Thank you. That's too much. All right, you want to go get Juju?
You got a snack?
I don't think she's going to get down on her own. You want to come grab her? Nope, she did it.
Is that bacon all over?
Yeah, that bacon's for you, baby. You're welcome. Oh, she slimed me. All right. As you can tell, she's fine. She's also, she's been having stomach issues. So like if you touch her stomach, she like whimpers a little bit. There's nothing wrong with her. She was having trouble going to the bathroom. And so all she needs is a little bit of pumpkin and she'll be just fine. She's always had a sensitive system. So what was I saying? Oh, so I ordered that Premier Yarns and I'm like, I'm waiting and waiting. And I'm like, come on. And this should tell you guys, because I've had a couple of people say that they thought that I got special preferential treatment and that my orders came faster because of who I am. This should tell you that's not true at all. I'm waiting longer than anybody for some of my orders. I had an order. I was gonna do it for Christmas. It was gonna be. I had this big idea. I ordered knitting needles, crochet hooks, like accessories from Premier Yarns. I was gonna do a whole video and give you guys ideas for Christmas presents and try out the tools and stuff. And none of it has even shipped. There's no way it's gonna be here before Christmas for me to do that. And even if I did that, if it came before Christmas, you guys wouldn't be able to get the orders in by Christmas, because there's no way it would be shipped to you in time for Christmas. So I'm like, well, I had to scrap that whole idea. And that was a really good idea. So maybe that will be a video after Christmas. Still like review the stuff. I'll review the tools that I bought. But I was like, I wanted to make myself a really pretty red Christmas sweater. So now I'm just going to have a really pretty January Christmas sweater. Maybe I'll wear it for like Chinese New Year or something. I don't know. But, I mean, you can wear red all year round. And I look really good in red. So, I mean, I can make the sweater whenever. I wanted an ugly Christmas sweater. And I don't generally hold on to, like when I buy yarn, I buy 1 or 2 of each colors. I buy 3 at the most. I don't buy in sweater quantities because I don't make myself sweaters that often. And if I do, like, I will buy it special just for that project. And I don't have enough of any yarn that are Christmas colors in sweater quantity. Actually, that's not entirely true. I bought yarn from Joann's. I have red, white, and green. I could make myself a Christmas sweater. I'm probably not going to, though. I'm probably not. Let's be real. It would be fun, though, wouldn't it? We'll see. We'll see. I got other things because I want to work with this new yarn. I don't know if I told you about this already. I think I told you about this in Friday's video. This is the Woolies Fair Isle yarn. And I want to make some hats in that. And I just am really excited to play with that. I think I'm going to do that today. But I was sitting here and it's on my desk, right? And do you remember I got this from the Creative Reuse in Harrisonburg? Right? I think that's where I got it. It almost matches identical. And they're both wool. So I was like, this is however hand spun. This is not at all. But look at the colors. How crazy is that? Those would go beautiful together. I'm just saying. This still... No, it smells better. When I first got this, it smelled musty dusty, but it's been out on my desk. This also feels really like soft. I don't know what fiber it is, but it's really soft for being wool. Although it might be alpaca. It's kind of hairy. It might be wool and alpaca. I just don't know. Oh well. So, yeah, that's what's going on in Cinnamon Stitches land. That's Oreo. A whole lot of just Christmas stuff. A whole lot of life stuff. I have pre-recorded some videos for upcoming, like I said, I'm pre-recording a lot. I have some yarn reviews coming up on the channel. I don't know what day anything is going to be released because right now I just put them all in. They're all loaded, they're ready to go, and I just need to plan out what day they're going to come live. But I did 3 different videos for yarn reviews for Lion Brand, and I'm going to try to space them apart a little bit. But they're really going to be like fill-in videos for days that I don't know. I am so cold. For days where I don't have other content, but they're still like, I learned a lot from the yarn videos. One of the yarns, I don't know if Lion Brand is discontinuing that yarn line because they only have 3 colors left. So because of that, and I already started the review, I added another yarn review into that. So I should have had 4 yarn review videos, but I put 2 together because I think Lion Brand is discontinuing one of them, which is silly because they just came out with the kit. And I'm like, why did you release a kit if you're discontinuing the yarn? It does not make sense to me. And I really loved that yarn. So I'm really disappointed. I'm really disappointed. I even looked on Joann's, and Joann's has it, but they have it in a 3-pack from Lion Brand. So it's like a third-party thing through Joann's. So I can't even buy it if I wanted it. And I'm like, why? And that yarn hasn't been out that long. You guys will see in all the videos. I talk about all the details. I was also going to try to plan a tutorial or two. I have things that I have designed purposely for tutorials, but again, tutorials take a very long time, and I just don't know if I have the time for that over the next couple of weeks because it's the holidays. It's, you know, one thing is a little bit sad to me though with the holidays is I generally bake for the holidays. It's been a tradition since I was a little girl. My mom used to bake cookies for the guys at my dad's work, and she would pass some out to the neighbors and family friends. She would make dozens and dozens and dozens of cookies. As a matter of fact, my mom's thumbprint recipe is in a video from last year, and if I can find it, I will link it. I made them last year gluten-free. They were delicious, but this year with me, it was a huge adjustment, not just learning that I was allergic to gluten a couple years ago. It's been 3 years now, and learning all the foods I can't eat because it was making me so sick. But also last year after Christmas, I was diagnosed with diabetes, and that has also been a huge adjustment. And because of that, I'm choosing not to bake anything this year. Now, I absolutely could adjust the recipes again to be lower sugar or less sugar, but I think the temptation is just too strong, and I'm struggling really hard with that. I have in the past couple weeks eaten several foods that I'm not supposed to eat according to my own rules, like taco shells, like rice. I had rice for dinner one night. I've been really struggling with being responsible for what I'm eating. And I've been doing a lot of like quick foods that have excess carbs and I'm not gaining weight and my blood sugar is fine, but I know that I don't want to get back into a bad habit of eating those foods that made me sick. And so I'm really struggling with that. So I'm choosing not to bake this year, and it's a little bit sad for me because I really, really enjoyed baking, and I would always follow my mom's tradition. I would pass the cookies out to the neighbors, the mail lady. And this year I just don't have it in me I just can't. It's too emotionally hard. It's too tempting. And it's funny because and a lot of people don't realize this because they're not diabetic, so they don't understand. But when you go completely off sugar the way I have, and you go off of most carbohydrate food, like I don't even eat like corn, I don't eat peas, I very limit my carrots because those are high sugar items. I don't eat any grains at all. And because when you go that far off of sugar just to regulate your body, when you have sugared items, like if I had a handful of potato chips, if I had french fries, if I had a slice of gluten-free pizza, the next day the cravings for those items are so strong. It's like an addiction, and your body just like wants the sugar, wants the sugar, wants the sugar. And I just would rather not do that to myself. And so I'm choosing not to bake for anybody, which is fine. The neighbors will have to understand. The neighbors don't care. I mean, I'm sure they love the cookies, but it's all good. It's all good. And I think the neighbors are just going to probably think, well, they've had a lot on their plate with all the construction on their house. I'm sure that's why. I also lost one of my blow-ups in the front yard. I'm so sad. So if you guys saw I don't remember if I posted on here in the members. We decorated our house and we have those big blow-up things, those things that fill up with air. I had a Santa train in the front yard and we had snow and the snow weighed all of them down. And so they got turned off because they can't handle that really heavy icy snow that we get. And I didn't want to pop them, I didn't want them to rip, and I didn't want the motors to burn out. Well, the following day I went out there and shook them all off. I blew them up so they could dry out. And it was still a little bit windy from the snowstorm the night before, and the Santa train blew backwards and on its fan, and it kind of like didn't let the airflow go, and the fan blew in it. So now we're down one of those blow-ups. And the train was my favorite. So I'm like bummed out because now there's a big empty spot in the yard. And those things are not cheap, and I don't buy them unless they're on clearance, so we're just gonna have an empty spot. Our neighborhood does like every year they do a contest for Christmas lights, and they pick a winner, and we have never won no matter how elaborate I decorate the house. And so now I'm kind of like, yeah, they're not even gonna give us a second thought because our house is like half, you know, we didn't decorate to our normal standards because with everything going on with the construction, like, it's not happening. And we got new gutters, and so the gutters have rain guards in them, and the gutter guards actually stop debris from falling into the gutter and filling up, which we need because we have a giant pine tree that sheds pine needles everywhere and fills up the gutters, and that's why the gutters were falling off the house, literally. So because of that, we can't hook lights the way we normally would hook the lights along the edge of the roof because of the new gutters and the new gutter guards. And so like we didn't even do the top half of the house, but I still think it's pretty and it makes me happy, and I just don't care about the contest as much as I have in the past. I mean, I could really use a $100 gift card to Home Depot, but what are you gonna do? I mean, it would help me buy the paint to paint my front door red like I want. Because the paint for front doors, apparently, you have to buy special oil-based paint that is heat resistant because it gets so hot on our front door. And a little can of paint is $50. I'm like, yeah, that's going to have to wait. I wanted a red front door for Christmas, but I don't know if that's going to happen this year. Probably next year. It's going to have to wait. Right now is green, and green is still Christmassy, so, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to let you guys go, and I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to go fix myself a cup of tea. I don't know what tea we're going to pick. I have my teas right here on the table. I'm keeping all of the teas from the Christmas one. I ordered the tea from last week. I had to wait till I got paid. And I told Mr. Cinnamon, I was like, there's this tea I really, really want. He's all, use your grocery money. It's food, technically. I was like, all right. So I used my little bit of my grocery money, and I ordered the tea from last week, which was the Warming Comfort or something like that, from, what's the name of this company? Plum Deluxe. This stuff was so good. I've been thinking about it ever since. So now I'm like, okay, what tea is going to be as good as that? Because that one was like over the top. So we'll sit here. We'll pick our tea for tomorrow. I'm going to wear the same outfit because I'm going to get ready to record that right now. I don't know what else we're going to talk about besides tea, but I will figure that out. I'm really good at figuring out stuff at the last minute. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.